Welcome everybody to the podcast Legend Killers. We got another list for you guys today. Top 10 matches we want to see in 2020, and then after that, we're going to talk about the Royal Rumble predictions. I am your host, Eduardo Betancourt, Eddy Lynch, Captain Charisma, whatever you want to call me. Great hair, that too. With my co-host, John Ascare.
Great hair?
Yeah, you could call me great hair.
Hello, mate. Me.
Alright. So let's get this going. We got top 10 matches we want to see in 2020. Before we get started, my little nephew wants to give a match he wants to see in 2020 himself, so I'm going to pass the mic over to him really quickly. Here you go.
Hi.
It's Fanatic again.
That was a word from our sponsor. Test, John. Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Cool. Just making sure. As you know, I need a new headset. All right. So let's get.
Dream match sounded like this.
Is that how it sounded?
Yeah, I didn't hear what he said. It was just static for like a minute.
Well, damn. For those that didn't hear it, he wanted Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns this year.
Oh. It's happened too many times.
Alright, let's see here. So we got number 1. John, do you want to start us off, or do you want me to start us off?
I can start it off.
Cool. Go for it.
I want to see John Morrison versus AJ Styles.
Ooh.
Sounds like a good match. I don't know if it happened already, but it does look good for a WWE ring. Should do it. Put on a different brand.
Yeah, that's actually a good match. I haven't thought of that one. For my number 1, this is a rematch. I want to see Samoa Joe versus Brock.
Dude, you're static again.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, hold on.
It's like really bad. Oh, there it goes again.
Okay.
The podcast must go on.
Here. Alright, we're gonna take a little... we're having technical difficulties, therefore I have to take a little bit of a intermission to set up my other headset. Give me 1 second. To hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So,
Hamburger.
Alright, cool. Cool. So I no longer have my headphones on. I decided to stop being lazy and just have my my microphone on. So, yeah. Now I can really just hear you from the TV.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
One time.
It's okay. Alright, so let's get this going. Alright, so for my number 1, I want to see Samoa Joe versus Brock Lesnar, the rematch for the WWE title. I thought their match at Great Balls of Fire was a good one. And... was it? Okay. I thought the first match was a good one. I think their second match will be a banger for sure. But this time with Samoa Joe actually putting Brock Lesnar to sleep, because they never did capitalize on that. They just had one little promo afterwards, and then they just never capitalized on it again. So yeah, I think that for sure needs to happen again. What's your number 2?
My number 2 is Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar.
Ooh.
I want to see some freaking Drew McIntyre at his full potential against this man, Brock Lesnar. I think it'd be a pretty good match. There's a bunch of... I just want to see him like Claymore kick him like 4 times in a row.
That works, yeah. It's a good one. For my number 2, I want to see Adam Cole versus John Morrison. I think that would be a hell of a match as well. Honestly, I think with Adam Cole having a really fun match with Daniel Bryan, if you let Adam Cole and John Morrison go at it for a good 15-20 minutes, the same way you did with Rey Mysterio, Daniel Bryan, then I think for sure you'll get a banger of a match as well.
Yeah, banger.
Yeah. Alright, your number 3?
It was, I want to see Johnny Gargano versus Morrison.
Ooh.
I think that is going to be a pretty good match if that does happen. But I don't see Gargano even going up to the main roster, but it could always happen.
Yeah, I think for sure, like, if there's anything that, like, what's funny is, like, John Morrison has all this potential, and I'm just sitting here like, man, that'd be a hell of a match. You gotta book that match. And he brings up all these dream matches that I never even realized. Alrighty. What number are we at? 3?
4.
We're at 4?
Yeah.
Oh shoot. Okay, well, I don't remember saying my number 3, so I'm gonna just say for my number 3, Cesaro versus Sami Zayn. Thought that was a good one. Alright, for number 4, it's Shinsuke Nakamura versus Daniel Bryan. If you give these guys a pay-per-view match, which I don't think we saw in 2020 or 2019, what's it called? If you give these guys a good pay-per-view match, like a SummerSlam, they're gonna rock the show. Easily gonna rock the show. And I kind of expect that match happening pretty soon. Alright, John, what's going on with you? What's your number
4? What do you call it? Oh, dude, I want to see freaking, oh god. No! It was Finn Balor versus Matt Riddle, dude. I don't know if they have faced each other yet, but that sounds like a freaking awesome match. Guy with the no shoes, man, suplexing freaking Demon Man. And also, I don't know, I just think they could have worked really well together.
I agree. I agree. I think it would be a good one. Alright. Let's see. For my number 5, is it?
Yeah.
I think I just kind of wrote this kind of quickly. Because now I'm looking at it, I'm trying to imagine this match. Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan. But I think why I wanted to see this match is because, for one, it's new blood. 2, Liv Morgan is somewhat over. And I think that, like, if you not necessarily have Becky play the heel, but you have this, like, almost surreal program where Becky Lynch is no longer, you know, the underdog, and you see Liv Morgan playing the underdog. It'd be an interesting, like, narrative, because, you know, Becky has played that underdog for so long, up until whenever she turned heel, which was in 2018, and then after that she was the man. So I think it'd be an interesting narrative to play. And then, like, you see Liv Morgan, who doesn't have all these who doesn't necessarily have all this, you know, all these opportunities. You could play up that. You can say that they both have, like, similar backgrounds in that respect, and I think that the promos that you can get off of that would be pretty good. So in that sense, I think Becky Lynch versus Liv Morgan program could work. And then also, you know, you'd get a great match out of it too, because Liv Morgan is actually surprisingly athletic. I never realized how much it was until, like, I saw her do a moonsault at a live event. I wasn't there, but I saw a clip of it, and I thought it was actually pretty cool. And I thought, well, if she pulls that out at whatever pay-per-view match you want to give her against, thank you. Whatever pay-per-view match you want to give her against Becky Lynch, I think it would excite the fans a lot. So, Mr. John, what's your number 6?
It would be Aleister Black versus The Fiend. I want to see it happen. These men rip each other apart. They're both, like, the creepy kind of characters. And I just want to see go all out on each other. See who's really the last man standing, or whatever. The creepiest guy in fucking WWE. I think it'll be good. Yeah.
Cool. My number 6. Typically, I'm not one for triple threats. I'm usually more of a singles match kind of guy, but this match I want to see. I think if you book it at Survivor Series, it'd be a really fun match. Adam Cole versus John Morrison versus Rey Mysterio. I think of all the spots they can have together. I think of everything. It just make for a fun match, honestly. Just like Roderick Strong versus AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I thought that was a great match. I think this one would top that one. Alright. Number 7.
I kind of want, what do you call it? Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch V2. But just them. Not freaking, Charlotte in the middle. And see who, because, like, she could come in and, like, you never really beat me. It was unfair, even though she got pinned. But have, like, an actual fight and have it end, like, fully, and not, like, kind of like a cheating way or whatever, kind of a roll up.
Yeah.
And see, like, an actual winner. I think that'd be pretty good.
Honestly, I was contemplating putting that one on my list as well. And I think I should have, because I think that would be a good match too. I like the idea of them going back and forth, and then you have this whole dynamic of, like, the MMA fighter versus the pro wrestler, and, you know, all that jazz. And Becky does know a bit of MMA herself, from what I understand. So I think it'd be good. I think it'd be really good. My number 7, Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I'm pretty sure that what's it called? These two are bound to break up, and I'm kind of hoping before Mania, just because then you would get that WrestleMania match, and then it'd be pretty fun, and then you'd see, like, a babyface Sami Zayn again, or a babyface Shinsuke Nakamura, because both of these two men, they're not really doing much as heels. And I think that what's it called? I think that it'd work. It would work for sure. Alright, number 8, John.
Oh, definitely Enzo and Cass versus the Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows. Never seen before, and I definitely want to see it. I've never seen it 80 times in one time. No, John Cena versus the Velveteen Dream. I think that's been after I heard it, I was like, that sounds like a good match. People wanted it to happen at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I was like, that's a good match. Maybe that should happen.
Yeah.
I hope it does.
I think that'd be a good one. Yeah, I want to see that myself. For my number 8, funny enough, you mentioned John Cena. I want John Cena as well versus The Fiend. I think that WrestleMania match absolutely needs to happen. And yeah, that WrestleMania match needs to happen. Just a rematch. I did talk about it in the previous podcast, but now I definitely want to see that, you know, because it's like, it would make sense to have the match. And I think it could top the WrestleMania 30 match. Now, if I'm being honest, I don't remember that match being particularly good. So it wouldn't be saying much. But then again, I gotta give it another try because I fell asleep and I was tired that day.
Wait, who?
Bray Wyatt and John Cena.
You fell asleep on the match? When was the match?
That was back in WrestleMania 30. I fell asleep.
Oh, yeah, it was like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I fell asleep. I just remember being really freaking tired from practice, and I remember I was on a project of where I was giving a review of every single WrestleMania pay-per-view, and and then on that match, I just remember like falling asleep in the middle of it, and then I wake up. Next minute, all I remember is like John Cena landing on the Wyatt family, doing like a top rope body plancha, and then I fall asleep again, and then the next thing you know, it's Brock Lesnar versus Undertaker. I'm like, fuck. But yeah, that's honestly all I remember from that. So yeah, I gotta go back and give that match a rewatch one of these days. What's your number 9, John?
Oh my god, dude. I was thinking about... And then I was thinking about whatever you were talking about, and then I literally forgot the match. Damn it.
Sorry.
Oh, dude. I freaking forgot it. I was like, that sounds good.
Damn, dude, you gotta write it out.
I didn't write it, dude. I was thinking.
Sorry.
I blame you, man.
I'm sorry. Well,
Drink it up, man. Let me think about it.
yeah.
You want to see John Moxley versus Dean Ambrose. I don't know,
sure.
Those guys, they look alike. Yeah.
And you know what? My number 9 is Sami Zayn versus El Generico.
No, I want to see Asuka versus Kairi Sane. I want to see them break up and them speaking Japanese to each other. I don't know what they say. But then, them just start fighting again.
That'd be a good one. I could just imagine whoever the heel is, they get what chance, and then whoever the babyface is, they just cheer on whatever they say. They're both speaking Japanese, so it's like, makes no absolute sense.
You don't know how to speak Japanese.
I don't know. I don't know if what I said was offensive or not, and I hope not.
All your Japanese viewers are offended. They find you offensive though.
Well, what I mean by making no sense is that they would cheer the babyface and give what chance to the heel, the non-Japanese crowds, that is.
Yeah.
Alright. For my number 9, I'm gonna be honest, it's kind of a delusions of grandeur match. I don't think this will actually ever happen, but this is just kind of a fantasy match, and I would like to see it. Sami Zayn versus Brock Lesnar. I know they're on different brands and all that. Even if you got to do a trade or what have you, I think this would be a fun match to watch. Like, you see them both just go at it. The program leading up to it, you can have Sami Zayn kind of work his way to chase after Brock Lesnar, and then he can cut some good promos and stuff. He can cut some impassioned promos. And in the match, you can have Sami Zayn play the underdog and, get some spots in on Brock Lesnar and, like, even hit the haluva kick for, like, a big-ass near fall. I don't care. And then you have Sami Zayn eat 2 F5s, because I would sure as hell love to see him kick out of 1. And then Brock Lesnar wins. Boom. If that's what you gotta do, then by all means, I'm all for that match. Alright. Last one before we reach top 10. Do you have any honorable mentions, John? No. Yeah, I guess my only one would be Ronda Rousey versus Becky Lynch. Just because I actually forgot to.
The Rock versus Dwayne Johnson.
Sami Zayn versus El Generico. Randy Orton versus the RKO.
What?
I don't know.
Oh, that's terrible.
Sorry. Okay, for number 10, since I'm gonna go with Brock Lesnar versus Kofi Kingston. I think we should see a rematch, especially because I paid $200 goddamn dollars to see Kofi Kingston lose in 9 seconds. I'm pissed.
And they didn't get a dark match.
Yeah. I think that what's it called? If I were to get this match again, then I would officially get my money's worth. I kid. But I'm never getting my money's worth after that main event. But I think we just need to see a fair match between these two, because let's face it, that was, that pretty much just buried Kofi Kingston, and that destroyed literally every single thing that he did. Like, it just made everything he did account for nothing. And that's absolutely rubbish. Should not have happened. And yeah. Alrighty, back to you, John. What's your number 10?
Brock Lesnar versus Braun Strowman for the 80th time. Just kidding.
Really?
No. I hate that match. They burn all those matches. They'll suck.
Okay, so what's your number 10 then?
I want to see Triple H, man, go against AJ Styles, man.
Ooh, okay. That's an interesting one. I think the dynamic would be pretty good.
Yeah, I think it'd be pretty good. I'll pay 5 rupees for that.
Rupees? What?
It's a Legend of Zelda reference.
Okay. Thank you, Kylan. Rupees, okay. Yes, Kylan, thank you. No, it's been a while since I've heard someone say that. That's why I'm like, 5 rupees? What the hell?
Yeah, rupees, man. I'll pay 5 rupees for that. I know how much rupees cost there.
Now I'd pay 1,500 rupees for that match.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like $5 million right there in rupees.
Rupees aren't that hard to get in Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
But in real life, man, rupees are hard to get.
Alrighty. Well, that's going to conclude the top 10 matches we want to see in 2020. We'll be sure to come up for another top 10 list or top 15 list for next week. Let's go ahead and into the Royal Rumble predictions. So John, have you been looking into have you been watching Raw lately?
Nope.
Me neither. I actually have to Google the match card for this.
Who's even in it?
Let me see.
Matt Hardy's gonna win.
I would love to. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So let's see. Yeah, I heard news that he tried. One fan on Twitter asked him, "What's it called? Are you ever gonna bring back your Live for the Moment theme song?" And he said that he tried to.
What?
Yeah, he said he tried. Apparently.
That's the best song. I will slap a tornado.
I will dry hump a sea. Yeah. Do 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 do.
This is the best song ever.
I know, right? All right,
dare they?
I don't get it either. That's a good song too. Let's see here. Bring back the camo pants. Let's see here. Okay, so the first match is Sheamus versus Chad Gable.
What?
Yeah, that's apparently a match. And I saw like a clip
Sheamus,
of.
Man.
Yeah, Sheamus is gonna win this. I pretty much have a feeling.
He's gonna kick him and pin him in like 5 seconds.
I know.
Yeah, Sheamus.
I don't see Chad Gable getting a win off of this. If anything, if he does it, he might get it off of a schoolboy, but he's not gonna pin Sheamus clean. But yeah, Sheamus is gonna win this for sure. Next is Andrade versus Humberto Carrillo for the United States Championship. I think this one's pretty easy. It's clear-cut winner, Andrade.
Yeah, man, who's even Humberto, man? Yeah, he smiles and that's it.
Yeah.
Got a weird hairstyle.
He's got a weird face. He looks kind of like Bo Dallas.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't he?
I believe in him. He's gonna win. Believe.
Humberto Carrillo.
Oh, that was hella bad.
Wasn't supposed to be hella good.
Hella bad.
Let's see. Alright, we got the SmackDown Women's Championship. Bayley versus Lacey Evans. Apparently Lacey Evans turned face. God knows why.
Uh-oh. He's boring. It's a heel to my ears.
Yeah. I don't think now is Lacey... I don't think now is Lacey Evans' time to be champion. And if it does, it's really freaking soon. I'm going with Bayley for this one. Who you got, John?
Hey man, Bayley. I forgot she was a champion, but Lacey had a section. Yeah.
I forgot Bayley even exists anymore.
Bayley?
Yeah.
I forgot anybody of those wrestlers existed. I forgot SmackDown exists.
I know. How sad. Alright.
Slap a tornado. He's gonna save SmackDown.
Matt Hardy?
Version 1, dude. You better win that Universal Championship.
I'm good with that. He did
Oh yeah.
Hey. The Fiend does always bring back old characters. If I were to wrestle The Fiend, I'm pretty sure Dimitri would come back. What's it called? I think for sure that, that would be kind of cool if they were to have a program and then you see Matt Hardy, either version 1 or the 2005 Matt Hardy, whichever one, and then you bring back the old theme for nostalgia or something. So this next match on the line, we got the Raw Women's Championship. It's Becky Lynch versus Asuka. I think this will definitely be a show stealer for today. I'm certainly looking forward to it.
Last Royal Rumble.
Yeah. But I'm good with it. Their last Royal Rumble match was a good one, so I think this one will be a good one too.
I know, that was a good match.
Yeah. I'm not sure who to pick here. John, who you got for this one and why?
I got Becky Lynch because I feel like she's going to lose at WrestleMania.
Do you see this feud extending after the Royal Rumble?
Probably not. I don't know. I don't even know they had a feud until then.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I'm just gonna predict Becky Lynch to lose this one, not because I want her to lose or that I expect her to lose, but actually, okay, yeah, because I want her to lose, but for a reason. I want them to continue this feud. This is a good storyline, and I like seeing them portraying Asuka as a killer and all that. That, and I also don't want to see Becky Lynch versus Shayna Baszler, which is also a rumored match. So I don't want to see that match. And then also you follow that up with a good storyline that's right here. I think a good way to do it is you have Becky Lynch lose to Asuka, and then Asuka takes the Raw Women's Championship, and then Becky Lynch has to prove it to herself again that she has to try to beat Asuka. And then you have the match go again for a third time, and maybe let that be the final time. However you gotta do it. So I'm picking Becky to lose here and Asuka to win. Alright. Let's see. We got the Universal Championship, Fiend versus the Fiend versus Daniel Bryan in a strap match. God damn it, John.
Strap match?
Yep. So
Is that where they tie each other?
Yeah, they tie each other by the wrists, and then they have to touch 4 corners, I think. Either that, or they probably add pins as a stipulation in this match. Who knows?
Screw Pat Patterson. I don't know.
That's so random.
Maybe he made this match.
I don't know, man. Maybe. What do you think?
Who's gonna win?
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
But Daniel Bryan should just win it, dude. He's fucking screwed. I'm winning this.
Yeah. I agree there.
Kind of like Daniel Bryan, man. The Fiend, I like the Fiend, but no, man. It made me want to watch Raw or SmackDown, wherever he's on.
I think that, like, for as interesting as his gimmicks are, his matches haven't been stellar. You know, they've always ended off in like really weird notes, like the Hell in a Cell finish.
I even watched that.
Yeah, and I wouldn't recommend it to you because it was starting out. I liked the beginning part of it, and I loved how like the crowd was slowly turning on Seth Rollins, and you just see all this like, you know, it's just this surreal imagery that they had. But then the match ends in a DQ, and I just thought, what a stupid finish. What a stupid finish.
I watched more of your rants on YouTube than watching the actual match.
I appreciate that. I very much appreciate that.
Go check this man's rant out. It was the best rant I've ever seen.
Thank you. You know what's funny is you know what's funny is a good portion of that was cut off because of iMovie. iMovie cut off half of my video. I was like, fuck. And then when you told me that, I was like, okay, I'm actually very relieved to hear that. Because if you liked it, that means other people did. So I'm actually very.
There are 3 people that watched that.
I don't know who else watched it, but if there was anyone else that did, then I'm glad.
It was good.
All right.
Go check this one out.
Yeah. I think. Yeah, let's just go ahead and watch it because why the hell not? I thought it was a good match and get me some views. All right. So we got the Women's Royal Rumble match. Who you got winning this? So far, the confirmed names are Charlotte Flair, Alexa Bliss, Nikki Cross, Natalya, Sarah Logan, Mandy Rose, Carmella, and Dana Brooke. Is it anyone from the listed names, or do you think it's somebody else that might win this one?
Be Shayna Baszler, man.
Shayna Baszler?
What people think.
Yeah, I can see that. But I think... Yeah. Now, for me, I think if you're gonna continue this, like, assuming that I want to continue this feud with Asuka and Becky afterwards, I would kind of want to see a SmackDown Superstar win. So then you have Bayley's opponent because, you know, okay, you have Shayna Baszler, which would be kind of a given, but then what would you do with the SmackDown championship? And I think that, bless you, and I think that, truthfully, SmackDown doesn't have a very stellar roster to be having, to be winning the Royal Rumble. But of the list, I guess Charlotte Flair. Wait, is she on Raw or SmackDown?
I don't know.
Okay, then if not her, then I guess I don't know. I don't know who you have win this because I mean you have Shayna Baszler, but I don't really want to see Shayna Baszler versus Becky or Bayley. So then, I guess if I were to pick, maybe you have a legend win it, and then you have Bayley face off a dream opponent. I think Trish Stratus would have a hell of a match with Bayley. So yeah, if there's any one match I would be willing to see, I think it'd be that Trish Stratus versus Bayley. So I guess I'm picking Trish Stratus. I can't think of anybody else. Alright, next we got the Men's Royal Rumble match. John, who you got and why?
I don't know. Brock Lesnar, man, he's gonna win it.
Brock Lesnar?
Goldberg, man, he's gonna win it. Give him my number 30.
I think it'll be CM Punk.
CM Punk ain't winning.
He's not even
if they put him in the match and he gets eliminated, he probably quit. He's like, dude, I'm out of here. I'm coming back. You don't respect me as a champion.
If he gets eliminated, then for sure he's not, what's it called? Then for sure people are going to be chanting bullshit. That's for sure. And then people are going to want to riot. But, I think if you're going to have someone do it, if you're going to have someone win the Royal Rumble, I would like to go with, I was going to go with CM Punk's pick and Keith Lee winning the Royal Rumble, but he just won the North American title, so I don't pick that.
Brock Lesnar is the champion, right?
Yeah.
Oh, no, dude. Roman's going to win.
Oh, don't jinx me with that.
Roman's going to win, dude.
No, don't.
He's going to beat Baron Corbin or whatever, because I think they're having a match to see who gets in the Royal Rumble. And he's going to win that match, and then he's going to freaking win it. He's going to eliminate Brock, and then he's going to eliminate everybody, and then he's going to be like, I challenge you, Brock Lesnar, in WrestleMania, the main event for 8 times.
Oh, I don't know, it would be even worse. Him versus Bray or him versus Brock?
It's going to be him versus Brock again.
No, I don't want that. I don't want either, to be honest with you. I wish for the life of me it could be someone like a Sami Zayn. I was gonna say AJ, but it could be AJ. John Morrison, somebody like that. But instead, it's got to be Vince's favorites, and I'm not too sure that I want to see that. I guess the only viable pick is, Roman Reigns is going to win it. And that's kind of a sad prediction, but shit, when we're right, we're going to be sad as hell. I hope I'm wrong. That's what I hope. I hope I'm wrong at the end of this podcast. Oh, well. Alright, so that's going to top it for, this, what's it called? For this podcast. Thank you all zero of you viewers listening to this podcast. Do you got any buy or sells of the week or match recommendations of the week, John?
No, just check out this podcast, dude.
Cool. Alright, and if you guys have any questions you want to be heard on the show, feel free to address me at podcast_legend_killers. It's on Instagram, and yeah, you guys take care.